Hello everyone, this is Crota giving you a shoutcast between AT and Socke and Goody here in the Delta Quadrant. Here we have Goody spawning as the red Terran player over here at the 5 o'clock position. Meanwhile, we have Socke spawning over here as the blue Protoss player at the 2 o'clock position. So this will be a Terran versus Protoss matchup here in the Delta Quadrant, and it should be a very interesting map. Now, one of the things to keep track of on this map is the amount of minerals and just how many expansions there are in this map. It really plays into a very economic game. Players, if they decide to turtle too much, your opposing player can expand across the map and really get a strong economic advantage. So you have to really be careful in terms of when you grab those expansions. This low ground natural expansion is much more difficult to defend, as it is fairly exposed, even when you throw down a nexus and perhaps a bunker here or even here. Meanwhile, you also have this expansion over here with this destructible debris currently blocking where you would put that natural base. Moving out, we do see one probe heading out across the map, activating that Xel'Naga watchtower first, so we'll be able to gain sight. And now moving into Goody's base. Back over here, we see Goody is opening up with that standard front door seal, so we'll see it most likely a supply depot placed over here. As this barracks completes, we should be seeing a refinery coming into play in just a moment. There we go. I'm getting that 12 refinery and then trying to train up more and more SCVs, making sure that he doesn't fall behind. Socke, on the other hand, now throwing down that assimilator, has a little bit of an economic lead just because of that early chrono boost, even though he is scouting with this probe. So you can see the 14 versus 13 harvester count as that probe still wandering out across the map. An SCV now making its way, and the SCV will be scouting in the wrong direction as well, so that will end up hurting him, as this SCV not going to activate that Xel'Naga watchtower, and a probe now going to make its way into the base. Back over here, we do see the barracks not training up anything, now going to throw down a tech lab instead. So it most likely, taking a look at what the building will be, if it is going to be a supply depot, most likely will be a marauder, and the supply depot placed down just in time for Socke to get denied. So Goody, with that supply depot, getting a little bit lucky. We should see a marauder being trained out of there momentarily, as we have an upgrade to an orbital command. Is he going to train a marauder first? No, training up an SCV and now calling down a mule in order to catch up in this economic game. Production wise, we do see a Reaper in play, and Reapers are very strong in this map just because of the number of cliffs that are on here. Goody did luckily spawn in the right location for Reaper harassment. It is very easy for a Terran player to grab this ledge over here, and it looks as though, yes, that barracks will be heading straight into the base of Socke. Socke will be playing a little bit more defensively. We do already see that cybernetics core, so a stalker should be chrono boosted out of there, and there we go. So that stalker now being chrono boosted, this Reaper will take its time to get into this base a little bit. I have seen Reaper jumps, and will it try to do any sort of Reaper jump? And in comes one probe, or that probe will get taken down. Oh, that probe not taken down as a zealot, now trying to go over to engage. Stalker, however, not getting chrono boosted here as those probes trying to engage against that one Reaper. Reaper has not gotten any kills yet, so beautifully done. And now in comes that Stalker. So Stalker taking down that early Reaper, and that harassment not effective at all for Goody. Over here, we do see Goody with one SCV hiding over here. Not quite sure what he'll be doing with that until later, as now we see a Stargate coming into play. So a Stargate coming into play, and how will that work out? Will he go for an early Phoenix or an early Void Ray? It's really hard to tell at this time, as currently Socke is currently supply locked, so that is a bad sign. Socke supply locked at 600 versus sitting at 29 over 34 now, finally getting that additional pylon and throwing down another gateway. Back over here, we do see Goody scouting out with this factory, and I believe there was a starport being produced at some point. Where is that starport being produced? Over here. So a starport now being produced over here. We may see some Banshee harassment, as I cannot imagine rushing the battle cruisers for any real reasons. We also see a siege tank now being trained, and now I'm taking a look at these Marines. Those Marines do not have stim. They do not have that combat shield, as a tech lab now being thrown down over here. So Goody gonna try to sneak in some Banshees, and that may work. However, a Void Ray now being trained. So with the Stargate already, he can easily train up some Phoenixes very, very quickly. Phoenixes with that chrono boost only take 35 units of time to build. If you double chrono boost, it only takes 25 units of... No, you can actually get it down to below 25, as it does not take that really that long to build anything over here. So back over here, in comes that Marine or SCV. SCV now doing some scouting, trying to figure out what the strategy is. Does see this Stargate, so it will have one Void Ray. That Void Ray has been charged and doing a great job charging, doing a move charge against the destructible debris. What I really like to see, and now taking down this supply depot. So a fully charged Void Ray with a DPS of close to 40, quickly getting quickly able to deal a lot of damage, and now going after another supply depot. Another supply depot will get taken down, and perhaps even the factory will get taken down. The missile turret does have a range of 7, but is currently out of range. What a poor positioning on that missile turret here. A Marine trying to come in, but that Marine going to quickly get destroyed as a second Void Ray joining in on that fight. No, that Void Ray pulling back at the last moment. Needs to hold position here and try to take down this factory. This factory now being repaired as both Void Rays are now fully charged, and that starport needs to train up. However, the Banshees are now in the base of Goody's, or Goody's Banshees now in the base of Socke. So Socke now causing a little bit of pressure over here as SCVs constantly trying to repair. This is a loss of minerals, significant loss of minerals, as some of these SCVs are now getting taken down and now trying to just micro that perfectly. Gonna go after that bunker. That bunker now gonna get quickly shot down as well. Marines now trying to pull back, and now that will get taken down. However, over here, it looks as though the Banshee now cloaked, no observer. So even if a Phoenix did come out, that Banshee would continue to rack up those kills. Currently sitting on 15 kills. Stalker's now moving out. So both sides trying to keep up that aggression, trying to take down these missile turrets. Missile turret almost taken down, and now trying to go after some of those instead. And now those Void Ray, that cooldown has been reset. Siege tank has been sieged up, and now those Stalkers will not be able to press nearly as well. Back over here in this base, Goody now, or Socke now desperately in trouble in terms of trying to produce any real additional units. Siege tank able to get a couple quick blasts over here, and now in come these units over here. Will they be able to get fully charged? And that is the question. Now going after, are they going to be able to go after? No, that Void Ray over here gonna have some problems, and one Void Ray quickly gets shot down by 2 missile turrets, and Socke desperately in trouble now, as I believe a second Banshee joining in on this fight. So really Socke now out of position as a second Void Ray trying to join in, perhaps trying to get fully charged and deal some damage towards this orbital command. We currently see that missile turret has been taken down. No Stalker Blink able to be researched. These siege tanks unable to blast over here as these Void Rays now trying to take down this orbital command. There are enough SCVs to constantly repair it. However, lifting it off, and now what that's going to cause is that missile turret may be able to get fully charged over here. Those Marines are not going to stand a chance. Now taking down some of these supply depots over here. It is essentially a base race as SCVs are now just going to get torn apart as well. Will it be enough? One missile turret, those 2 Void Rays could have perhaps tried to take down that missile turret very quickly. However, it is not fully charged anymore, and that's going to be a problem. So those Void Rays not fully charged only have a DPS of about 8. So, and that is why it's much more important to try to keep those Void Rays constantly charged. Back over here, Banshees now waiting to get that energy completely depleted. That Void Ray has 2 kills. So this one Banshee trying to do a base race, and Banshee now trying to pull back. Will it be able to take down the rest of these buildings as this Banshee now flying away? That Banshee has a slightly faster movement speed than a Void Ray, and now these Void Rays, however, able to keep track of that cloaking Banshee, and now currently being revealed. So that Banshee now trying to pull away. We do have these destructible rocks that can be revealed very easily, and now going to charge up over here. Be charged up. So these Void Rays now charging up very quickly off of these destructible rocks, now trying to push in over here. Will it be enough? Yeah, keeping that bunker up, and now down goes one of those Marines now trying to fight back. Those Marines gonna have desperate fighting issues as these Void Rays constantly just keep their charge up, able to keep up their shields, or currently trying to regenerate those shields. Now going after and perhaps trying to hit this barracks as well. If this barracks hits, oh no, the Void Ray attack has been slowed down. So now Marines needing to recharge that whole entire attack there. Barracks now being deployed away. Will these Void Rays be able to keep that damage up? Trying to move it away, and now going after the orbital command over here. Marines now coming in, great micro on these Void Rays to try to keep them in position, trying to keep them all healthy, and down goes this orbital command. So 3 Void Rays will be able to take this down, and great Void Ray plays so far by Socke. Socke will be revealed. I do not see any sort of orbital command being positioned anywhere else, and now this one refinery will get shot down, waiting to get more and more shields recharged on those buildings. However, gonna go after that missile turret, and now, no, going in. Stalker is now pushing in as well. So those Void Rays, well, 2 Void Rays getting shot down, and I think he's overexposing himself at this time. 1 Viking will be coming out. Stalker's in position. However, Banshee will be able to clean up those Vikings there. Void Rays trying to charge up that attack, and that Banshee now deciding to pull back those 2 Void Rays and trying to chase down that Viking. That Viking has a little bit of a faster movement speed and more range. Down goes another Void Ray. There it goes, as now we have Stalkers just continuing to fight back and forth. Will it be enough? Standing army only on both sides, now trying to go after those missile turrets. Missile turret cannot be repaired and any longer. I do not think there's enough. And now trying to repair that over here. The Marines unable to get any fights off, and now that Banshee now pushing in over here. This missile turret very low on hit points. Both sides in a major base race back and forth. Banshee will get taken. Oh, down goes another Banshee there, taking down that missile turret. It's absolutely critical. Will it get taken down? Down to 6 hit points, 4 hit points, and down it goes. No repairing. What a heavy loss. Now repairing this bunker instead. But this Void Ray still full on shields, currently sitting at 100 hit points, 100 shields, and that is absolutely critical. Going after that Viking, oh, shot down out of the sky, and that's got to be GG there. That tech lab will get shot down, and now that this bunker with some SCVs inside gonna get put a little bit of pressure. Now trying to take down this bunker over here, and will this Void Ray get shot down to 29 hit points, down to 17, trying to pull back, try to regenerate some of those shields. And now SCVs are now once again gonna try to keep this up and running. However, this Void Ray will be able to recharge those shields rather quickly, and the natural regeneration on those shields is gonna keep Socke in this game. Wow, just using those shields to try to regenerate those hit points. And I've never seen a game where it boiled down the shield so much. Another Viking, however, moving out, and this Void Ray very low on hit points, needs to pull back down to 15 hit points. It can't get shot down out of the sky. Stalker's now trying to come in. Banshee's coming in as well, unable to get a round of attack off. One of those Stalkers very low on hit points, quickly cloaking, and that second Stalker will get taken down. So another Stalker getting taken down over here. So a Viking and a Banshee versus a Void Ray and a Stalker. Who's gonna win? Viking going back and forth. This Void Ray now shot out of the sky, and the standing army, oh my goodness, just so much as this fight continues. Last Stalker taken down, and to these 2 Zealots are all that is left. Socke says GG. Wow. Alright, so a great game between Goody and Socke here in the Delta Quadrant. And really, we have the Banshee and just great micro coming in back and forth. That one starport over here producing just the right amount of units. I'm not even sure how Goody was able to train up that last Viking as he was supply locked. That Viking must have been in play for quite some time, letting those SCVs constantly repair it. These SCVs perhaps should have been on auto repair to repair some of those missile turrets and get this Viking constantly in play. But still, great game by Goody. Goody just keeping in this game, able to micro that Viking, able to use that Banshee to take down that last critical Stalker. And then as soon as that one Stalker was down, the Viking could easily pursue that Void Ray with that additional movement speed of 2.75 over 2.25 and get those critical shots in. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. I hope you guys enjoyed this really tight replay between Socke and Goody here in the Delta Quadrant.